Welcome back, gamers. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated with all our latest content. Today, we've got an exciting lineup for you. Do you love the fast-paced, heart-pounding action of Hotline Miami? Are you looking for games that deliver the same adrenaline rush and thrilling excitement? Then stay with us because we're about to introduce you to the best games like Hotline Miami. These games will immerse you in a world of action and adventure. Ready? Let's go! This top-down, 3D action game plays like a combination of Hotline Miami and Sifu. The game's beat-em-up style gameplay has an emphasis on hand-to-hand and melee combat that will likely appeal to fans of classic beat-em-ups and the methodical action of Sifu, but the general feel and non-stop action make Midnight Fight Express a great choice for Hotline Miami fans. Similarly to Hotline Miami, success in Midnight Fight Express boils down to fast reaction times and quick thinking. Despite being melee-focused, Midnight Fight Express does feature a variety of powerful guns that can turn the tide of combat in an instant, for better or worse.
Well, I ain't wearing it anymore, and neither are you.
This combination of hardcore stealth and high-octane firefights takes clear inspiration from old-school stealth games like Splinter Cell and top-down shooters like Hotline Miami. Although Intravenous plays more like the former, the game's gunplay is smooth, fast-paced, and likely to appease fans of Hotline Miami's top-down action. Intravenous is a brutally challenging and unforgiving game, which fans of Hotline Miami will likely appreciate. Despite having plenty of gunfighting action, Intravenous often encourages stealth on the part of the player, and so it may not appeal to all Hotline Miami fans.
It's hard to keep your attention these days.
This brutal top-down shooter, also published by Devolver Digital, features a pulsing soundtrack and a stark color palette driven by dark colors and bright reds. The game's cyberpunk themes and aesthetic, fast-paced action, and frantic music make for an experience that cuts close to the Hotline Miami bone. Unlike Hotline Miami, Ruiner features several gadgets that players can use to give themselves a leg up over their enemies. Ruiner also features an upgrade system, which Hotline Miami lacks outside of its various mask unlocks. Featuring a uniquely clean-cut, flat-color aesthetic and a simple narrative, Ape Out isn't entirely similar to Hotline Miami, but its gameplay is remarkably close. In Ape Out, players take on the role of an escaped ape, barreling through various environments and taking out anyone in their path. Among Ape Out's developers is Bennett Foddy, and the game even shares a publisher with Hotline Miami in the form of Devolver Digital. The stylized, flat color palette and jazz soundtrack make for a truly distinctive experience, but fans of Hotline Miami will likely get a kick out of Ape Out's similarly breakneck pace. Developed by Suspicious Developments, a game studio headed up by Tom Francis, whose previous work includes the popular Gunpoint, Heat Signature is a combination of top-down shooters, roguelikes, and even immersive sims. In the game, players take on the role of a semi-random spacefarer with their own personal mission and traits. Heat Signature tasks players with taking on and completing missions to earn cash and buy better equipment. Each mission largely revolves around the player boarding and infiltrating a spacecraft using the tools and gadgets available to them, as well as their own ingenuity. However, when a fight inevitably breaks out, the fast-paced gunfights and unforgiving melee combat play similarly to games like Hotline Miami. The Hong Kong Massacre plays somewhat like a combination of Hotline Miami and the classic third-person shooter, Max Payne. The game features a top-down perspective, fast-paced gunfights, and a bullet time mechanic that creates some truly cinematic moment. The Hong Kong Massacre, as its title may suggest, plays almost like a video game adaptation of classic Hong Kong action cinema, such as John Woo's Hard Boiled. Similarly to Max Payne, this title allows players to dodge and dive in slow motion, turning its Hotline Miami-style action sequences into methodical shootouts. Featuring a black and white aesthetic punctuated by bursts of blood red, OXO is a heavily stylized top-down shooter that wears its Hotline Miami influences on its sleeve. Similarly to the Hong Kong Massacre, OXO also features a bullet-time slow-motion mechanic that helps it to stand apart from its influences. Unlike Hotline Miami, OXO is an action roguelike with permanent death and a variety of upgrades to acquire during each run. This, among other intricacies, makes OXO a distinctive interpretation of Hotline Miami's iconic action, while still being a clear inspiration. We hope you enjoyed our roundup of the best games like Hotline Miami. If you know of any other games that should be added to this list, be sure to share them in the comments. If you liked the video, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more content.